Welcome to Staples Productions presents our freshman mid-year show. I'm Kelsey Loach here with Alex Ortega. First, we're going to Brian Davis with an interview with Deirdre Nash.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Deirdre Nash. Deirdre, what sports do you play?
Volleyball and basketball.
How long have you been playing?
I've been playing volleyball for 2 or 3 years and basketball for 6 or 7.
What sport are you playing now?
Basketball.
Who are some of the key players on your team?
Amy Ingraham, obviously, and Elisa Panisats and Lauren Geary. Pretty much the whole team. We don't really have one specific player who gets all of our points.
What is your team's record?
3-5, I think.
You are injured, right?
I was.
How did it feel to be injured and not being able to play?
It stunk because I saw my team doing really bad and I couldn't do anything about it. And yeah. But now I'm back, so.
That's good.
Yeah.
They'll be happy to have you back.
Yeah.
How many seniors are on the team?
1.
Will it be a big loss having her graduate?
It will be because she's one of the funniest people we have on our team. So she pretty much brings everyone together and we just have a good time. So it's going to be weird without her next year.
What do you do before the season to prepare?
During the summer I go to camps and stuff just so I don't get bad or anything like during the off season. So.
Who are some of the toughest teams you have to play this year?
Westwood, which we didn't beat in 33 years, but we actually did beat them this year. And Hawkington, which we're playing tonight. And Medfield and Medway.
So a big game tonight?
Yep, we have a big game tonight.
Good luck in that. Thank you, dear.
Thanks.
And back to you guys.
Stop.
Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Deirdre.
No.
Thanks, guys. I'm Nick Falone, and I'm going to be interviewing Chris Santos. Oh, wait. No.
All right, go.
All right. Are you going to play college sports, or do you want to play a college sport?
I do want to play. I think I'm going to play basketball in college somewhere in Division III. Not sure yet, though.
All right. What was your most memorable game?
Probably Medfield this year when we won on a buzzer beater.
Oh,
Good game.
that's a great game. All right. Well, thank you for the interview. Thank you. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Now, to a few movies that Kelsey Loach is going to review.
Thanks guys, I'm Kelsey Loach and I'm here doing a movie review on the movies Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 12. So here's a little bit about each movie. In Ocean's 11, George Clooney is Danny Ocean, a thief and a con man extraordinaire who's just getting out of jail. Ocean immediately tags up with his old buddy Rusty, played by Brad Pitt. He already has a plan for one of the largest heists in history. He wants to rob the vault that houses the cash for the Beluga, the Mirage, and MGM Grand in Las Vegas on a fight night, when it'll be flush with nearly $160 million. Problem is that the Threes Casino is tougher to rob than Fort Knox, and the owner of these properties, played by Andy Garcia, is the type of guy who will kill you and then go to work on your family. To do the job, they put together a crew of very colorful characters, each with his own specialties such as explosives, electronics, driving, etc. The additional cast members include Matt Damon, Don Cheadle, Carl Reiner, Elliot Gould, Bernie Mac, and Julia Roberts. What follows is a good old-fashioned caper flick. Think of it as kind of what might happen if the Mission Impossible team goes bad and decides to start robbing casinos. The story for this movie is pretty predictable, and this film had every opportunity to be a mediocre effort. But the director here is Steven Soderbergh and Aaron Brockovich. He used the all-star cast and Vegas backdrop to create a very entertaining film. There are some very funny moments in the movie, however a lot of them are subtle and may not be as funny to someone who has never been to Vegas. Now on to Ocean's 12. You might think that a movie with such superstars as George Clooney, Matt Damon, Brad Pitt, and Don Cheadle would be a great movie. However, you might also think that the sequel to a blockbuster hit like Ocean's 11 would have a lot to live up to, and we all know how sequels do that. Ocean's 12 brings back the entire cast of Ocean's 11 and then some. The storyline continues the lives of those who made the biggest heist at Terry Benedict's, played by Andy Garcia's casinos. Benedict has found them thanks to some help and gives them 2 weeks to give him the money back, plus interest. The group is too hot to work a job in the US, so they head to Europe, specifically Amsterdam. Friendly or not so friendly, competition between thieves leads to the biggest caper yet. While not quite at the same level as Ocean's 11, this movie works very well. Once again, the banter between George Clooney and Brad Pitt is amusing and natural. Matt Damon is great as the aspiring frontman. Many of these actors have worked together multiple times, and it shows. The timing and flow between them overflows into the film and makes up for a script lacking in top-notch dialogue, which was one of the best aspects of the original. I really like the camera work and editing of the three how we did it parts of the film. It's not always easy to put together a series of short snips and still relay a cohesive scene to the audience. They succeeded tremendously here. Thanks. Back to you guys in the studio.
Now to Tim Evans interviewing Coach Grant, our athletic director.
Hi guys, I'm Tim Evans here with Coach Grant. How long have you been the athletic director here at Millis High School?
This is my 4th year, Tim.
How did you come to Millis and where was your previous job?
Previous to Millis, I was the assistant women's ice hockey coach at Harvard University. And I'd done quite a bit of traveling with recruiting, and I came to realize that I wanted a little bit more than what I was being challenged with there at Harvard, so I decided that I was going to leave and go back and get my master's degree because I wanted to be an athletic director. So I left Harvard and I went back to school for 8 months and got my master's, went back to school full time and got my master's degree, and I actually ended up coming here to Millis to intern. And when I came here to intern, Peter Vicky, who was the AD here prior to me, decided he was going to leave. And in a matter of 6 weeks, I went from interning to being the athletic director.
Okay. Did you ever think of being an athletic director when you were younger?
I didn't. You know, my big thing was coaching. Actually, my big thing was business. I thought I was going to come out and be a big business tycoon when I left college. And when I left college, I actually came out and started a company with a product that I had invented called Dry Ball that dries wet footballs, and it's actually still being sold today. I sold the company in 1993 and went back to school to get my teaching certification. And it was only after teaching and coaching that I realized that athletic director would probably be something that would really interest me. And then once I went and obtained my master's degree, athletic director became reality.
Did you play any sports when you were in high school?
I did. I played football, hockey, and baseball.
Do you help coach any of the sports here at Millis High School?
In the summer, I do a co-ed unisport conditioning program where all the athletes come and work out in the summer, which I enjoy because it puts me in contact with all the different sports and all the different teams and all the different athletes, and I enjoy that an awful lot. But football has been primarily where I focus most of my coaching attention.
Do you see any sports with upcoming talent?
Well, certainly freshman football showed that they've got a nice bubble coming through, had a nice successful season this year. Approaches, but the advantages are you get to meet kids a lot earlier and get to know them better and hopefully get them to.
What is it like being here at a school where middle school and high school student athletes are on the same team?
The biggest challenge is the difference in ages. It's a very difficult balance to coach an 18-year-old the same way you would coach a 13-year-old. So there lies, you have to use your teaching hat, your coaching hat, and really balance the delivery of what it is you're trying to get them to accomplish. A very big positive is the fact that I get to come in contact with kids at a much younger age, allowing me to try to instill in them a much stronger work ethic than they might have been able to take over if they had not been under the guidance of an athletic director. So we get them at a younger age, we get them working harder at a younger age, theory being that they'll play better at an older age. And so far that seems to be working pretty well.
Well, thank you for your time, Coach. And now back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Tim. That was very interesting.
Now we're going to go to Eric Doherty with an editorial on high school cliques.
Everyone knows what it's like in high school. Everyone has their own group of friends. Not too many people like to branch out to other people outside their group. Everyone either likes their friends just fine or are too afraid to branch out. I used to think that my school wasn't like that. I only have 250 kids in my whole high school. Everyone fits into one hallway. I thought that cliques didn't affect small schools like mine. I figured that only happened in bigger schools. I thought this until last summer. Last summer I went to Ireland and I stayed with a girl my age and a boy a few years younger. These people had recently seen the movie Mean Girls. This movie is all about high school cliques and the difference between popular and non-popular people. In one scene, a girl is able to make a map of the whole cafeteria. She labels each table by what group sits at it. When my friends asked if it was really like that in America, I was taken back. At first my response was not in my school because it was so small. But then, as I thought it over, I wasn't so sure. I know that I generally sit with the exact same kids every day at lunch. They aren't my only friends though. I'm definitely acquainted with almost all my whole grade, and I don't have a lot of friends outside my own group. And as the more I thought about it, the more I realized I could do exactly what they did in that movie. Sure, my school isn't quite like the one in the movie, but there is the element of cliques. Also, another thing in my school is that the popular group isn't very strict. Sure, there are groups more popular than others, but there isn't really one popular group that reigns over the others. I also noticed a trend about popularity. I see that most popular kids do some type of sport. These kids aren't necessarily the best at their sport, but because they play it, the popularity goes up that much. In the long run, popularity probably won't bring us past 4 years. In college, no one knows or cares about whether you are popular in high school. You have no reputation you have to keep. Instead, you have to make yourself one. So, in the long run, what we do in terms of what clique we're in, or our popularity, won't carry us very far past high school, if anywhere at all. Thanks, guys. Now back to you.
Thanks, Eric. Now we're going to Nick Falone for our final interview and musical performance with Brandon Santos, Chris Ashenburn, and Sam Kelly.
Alright, thanks. I'm with Brandon, and I have a couple questions to ask him.
Okay.
How long have you been playing bass?
Well, I've been playing the bass for about 2 years now. It started when I was in 10th grade, and I just decided to start playing one day. So,
Is there any song you enjoy playing the most?
I have a couple different songs. I like playing "Around the World" from Californication by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And it's just a really fantastic song to start playing. It takes some serious practice to start playing that because it's just really difficult and really tough playing it.
Do you play slap with your fingers or with a pick, or what do you play with?
I can really do everything. I can. I'm probably the best at just alternate finger picking with on the strings, but I can slap, and I do occasionally play with the picks if I'm playing chords or something like that.
What interests you to play? How'd you start?
Well, I started when my friend Chris, I'm in the band with him, he had me borrow his bass guitar once, and I just decided, just kind of mess around and see what I could do on the bass, and I just started playing, and he asked me to play with him, and since ever.
So, you're obviously in a band.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, the band's called Guinevere. It's a three-piece, obviously out of Millis. We have the drummer Cynthia Koch, she goes to school here, and my good friend Chris Ashenbrand plays guitar.
You got any shows coming up or anything like that?
Yeah, we have one at the Middle East in Cambridge. It's an 18+ show, so not a lot of people will be going from Millis, but it's going to be a good time. It's what we're playing is called the Emergenza Festival. We have a bunch of bands from all over New England playing at the Middle East.
Do you get nervous? Are you nervous for it?
I'm not so much nervous for the Middle East show, but I was definitely nervous for my first couple shows when I played the Worcester Palladium twice. And the first time I walked in and I saw just that huge crowd, it got really nerve-wracking.
How many people normally go to all of these? Is it local people, or is it people you know, or is it just random people?
It's a lot of the shows in Millis, we have just all our Guinevere fans, and we'll have an opening band. Mostly the Howard Theory opens for us, and we have a lot of just local fans. But when we have shows, say at the Worcester Palladium or the Middle East, it's just going to be a lot of sometimes talent scouts, sometimes just random people just going to watch the shows.
All right. In a little while, we're gonna have you play for us, but right now, thank you for your time.
All right, thank you.
Back to you guys at the studio.
We've been doing a lot of shows in the past year. We did the Worcester Palladium twice, and now we're going to do the Middle East, which is in Boston.
You've left me again with nothing to say. Thanks.
What inspired you guys to start playing guitar and bass?
Actually, Chris inspired me to start playing the bass ever since he let me use his Fender.
My brother was a large influence because he used to play, and my friend Mike Clark, he got a bass when he was in 7th grade or something like that, and I got a I wanted to learn how to play an instrument too, so I got a guitar, and then I just kept playing with it.
I don't really know what made me decide to play. I guess just listening to all my dad's old albums like Hendrix and Beck and all those good people just made me want to start playing.
Is there any song you guys like playing the most out of all of your songs?
I like playing Around the World from Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's a really, really difficult song to play, and once you know how to play it, it's kind of like a show-off song where you can be like, yeah, well, I know Around the World, and that's pretty much it.
Anything in E in the blues there.
It's kind of hard to say. There's so much out there that's fun to play and sometimes challenging to play. So I don't know. It depends who you're playing with and what kind of mood you're in.
Do you guys plan on making your playing into like a career of any kind?
Yeah, we're definitely trying to, get the band really going so we can start playing our own concerts and just be really respected and well known around the country and the world.
Currently, right now, I'm not in a band, but I hope to make some form of a career in music, but I don't know if it'll actually happen.
I don't really have a choice. I'm not going anywhere else.
Okay, now I was just wondering if you guys could play a little something for us. Is that all right?
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right.
This is so unexpected.
Okay.
Teresa, put another tape.
Good, because I want some water.
My throat.
All right, this first song that we're going to do is Jimi Hendrix song,
It's Albert King, actually.
Albert King,
What are you doing?
called Hey Joe.
No, I thought we were doing Going to Bad Side first.
We're doing Hey Joe.
Okay, we're doing Hey Joe.
We're doing Hey
It's
Joe.
not Albert King. Let's go.
Okay, let's do that.
All right, the next song we're going to do is an Albert King original called Born Under a Bad Sign. You want me to start it off?
Go ahead.
watching our show. I'm Alex Ortega.
And I'm Kelsey Lynch.
See you next time.